oh, it's getting overwhelming in terms of options. That's a good thing because we've got more launch monitor options than we have ever had before, but it's a bad thing if you're a person like me who really likes to analyze and nitpick the little details. I've spent hours and hours up at night searching for my next purchase, and if you're that way too, hopefully on today's video, I'm gonna save you a ton of time because I'm gonna give you my opinion on the best launch monitor for every budget, starting at $0, going all the way up to $20,000. If you need someone to give you that little push, that little piece of advice who's been there from experience, we're gonna do that here today. Now, as I mentioned, some really great deals happening throughout the holidays. There's no better place to pick up the launch monitor of your dreams than our partners, PlayBetter.com, a family-owned business, not a giant multinational corporation. It's a small business outside of my hometown, Baltimore, Maryland, that has the best customer service, the best prices, and free 48-hour shipping across the continental United States. If you're in the market for a launch monitor, look no further than PlayBetter.com. All right, let's get into my picks. Let's start off here with the best launch monitor in the free category. So if you want to spend no money, you have absolutely no budget, but you have one of these, you've got an iPhone in your pocket, I highly recommend you check out the Golf Boy app. Now, this is going to use your onboard cameras on top of the iPhone, and if you can set up a tripod above your ball at the right height, you can actually get some really accurate numbers. It's not going to be as accurate as a GC Quad, let's be honest here, but it's going to be pretty darn good. You're going to get a good idea of your distances, and it's going to provide a number of metrics that are going to be really helpful for you to at least get started. Golf Boy generally has a free month where you can try this thing, and if you want to continue using it, it's like $6.99 per month. It's an absolute steal. You can turn it on and off at any time. So if you just want to use it for the winter, you can do that. Whatever the case may be, really cool that there is a free option out there, and if you have no budget, that's my pick for you. All right, our next category here is from $0 to $350, and there is a very easy decision to make right here. It's the Mevo from FlightScope. Not the Mevo Plus, but the Mevo. This is basically going to be an outdoor unit, but if you use this outdoors at a driving range, very accurate unit. Now, a lot of people ask, can you use it with a net? You can use it with a net. I think you'll suffer a little bit of accuracy hitting it into a net because this Doppler device needs to see a little bit more of the ball flight in order to get it a bit more accurate. But again, you're gonna get pretty accurate stats at a budget price here, and you're gonna have access to a lot of launch data that's gonna help you improve your swing on the cheap. And there's really nothing else at this price point that has come out in the last few years that is really worth looking at. So that's gonna be an easy choice there. Now, if we step up to a $500 budget, so between $350 and $500, I'm gonna go with the R10. Now, this is a launch monitor that Garmin introduced about, I think 3-4 years ago now. A little Doppler device that sits behind you, super portable, the easiest to take in and out of your golf bag. You can use it indoors if you're using RCT balls. You actually get very accurate results. Now, there are some drawbacks with a cheaper Doppler device like this. You can't have any metal or lots of concrete around. You can get some weird readings indoors. But again, if you've got a clean setup or if you're out on the range, great device that's going to give you very accurate distances. You're going to get good spin numbers. You'll get a plethora of ball data as well as club face data that is calculated as well. Just a solid unit for the money, and right now it is about $100 off here for the holidays, so great value. The next category is going to be the $500 to $1,000 budget. At this price point, you can go beyond Doppler and actually get an optical device, and there are two that stand out for me. Number one being the Square Golf launch monitor that just came out. Now, right now, as I'm making this video, I believe they've sold out and they're back to like a pre-order, but on their website, it says that they're gonna be releasing some new units here in mid-December. What makes this one great is it's subscription free. You've got a launch monitor with even club data built into it. You've also got a simulator built in, and like I said, no subscription. They use a credit system. You'll get a number of credits loaded when you start. If you just use this as a launch monitor, you never have to spend a credit, but when you play the simulated rounds of golf in there, right now I think there's 10 courses, you'll use a credit for every 18 holes per player. Basically, out of the box, you're gonna get over 50 rounds of golf absolutely free, and you can top up for like $20 to get another 50 anytime you want. I think it's the best quality out there in the under $1,000 range. Now, Let's say you cannot get your hands on the Square. I do have a second choice for you here. It's going to be the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro. This is again $699, just like the Square, but the availability is going to be better since it's been on the market a little bit longer. Now, one thing to note with the Rapsodo is you're going to have an annual subscription. It's not super expensive, but it's something that you got to build into the price of this one moving forward. But what you're getting with the MLM2 Pro is a very accurate device. I've tested it up against much more expensive units, and I've found that the distance numbers, the spin numbers are very, very accurate. Again, you're gonna have to use special balls here, but a very solid unit. Under $1,000, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. And this year, they've even upgraded their course simulation software. It's looking a little bit more realistic as well. Next up is our $1,000 to $2,500 category. And I'm gonna divide this into two subsections: the best launch monitor for indoor use and the best launch monitor for outdoor use. Starting off with outdoor use, I'm gonna pick the Mevo Plus. Now, this also works great as an indoor unit as well, but especially if you need something mobile, this is the one to go with. Super accurate launch monitor, especially again paired with RCT balls. You get just about every possible metric you could ever want from this device, and again, super accurate. There's also some software upgrades that you can purchase that will give you really next level features, stuff like face impact and D-plane data, where you're gonna get nice, beautifully rendered 3D visualizations of your swing. Another thing you're gonna love about the Mevo Plus is if you are using this with both right and left-handers playing at the same time, there's no need to pick up and move the device because it sits behind you. You will need a little bit more space for the Mevo Plus. If you're using it indoors, you're gonna need at least 16 feet of length in the room. But if you've got the space, the Mevo Plus is a winner. Now, if we talk about a specifically indoor unit, again, this one can go indoor or outdoor, but works so well indoors that it's my choice. I'm gonna go with the Bushnell Launch Pro, which normally is $1999, but right now through the holidays is $1749. This is going to be the most accurate launch monitor in this price category. It's a 3-camera system that sits beside you, and especially if you're primarily going to use it indoors, even though it certainly works outdoors, this I think is going to be the best setup for you. Next up is the $2,500 to $5,000 category, and we're gonna divide this one into two sections as well. So if you need a unit that can be indoor, outdoor, I'm gonna go here with the SkyTrack Plus. Normally this one is $29.99. Through the holidays, you can get it for about $2,500, and that is great value for a super accurate launch monitor that I think has the best UI and experience in the entire universe of launch monitors. I've gone on about it on videos here on Let's Play Through, but I love their bag mapping features. I love the new course simulation that they rolled out here in 2024. The subscription costs are reasonable, and all in all, it's a very solid unit. Now, if you're just going to have a setup that is for indoors only and you don't have any plans to take this out on the range or anything like that, a great choice, and my pick here is going to be the Uniqore iMini Lite. Again, super accurate device. A standout feature of this one is going to be the impact camera that's included. Just like the SkyTrack Plus, this is an optical system, so you're gonna get extreme accuracy out of this one. The next category is going to be between $5,000 and $7,500, and this one also has a lot of competition in it. Things like the GC3 from Foresight or the Uniqore iMini are in this price range. For me though, I've got to go with the brand new Garmin R50. It's a first of its kind device that has an onboard screen, kind of like a Tesla or an iPad screen, that is going to give you simulation capability as well as the ability to hook up to a projector directly from the unit. That means you don't need a gaming PC, a tablet, or anything else. You've got everything right in front of you. I think it's an absolute game changer. I did a video, if you want to see a little bit more on this one, very recently on this release. It's got everything, including super accuracy, 43,000 simulated golf courses built in, and an easy to use interface that is the most adjustable and customizable I have ever seen. This one is such a game changer that if you're shopping in that lower range, $2,500 to $5,000, you may in fact just want to save your money and wait for the Garmin R50. It's that good. Our next category is the $7,500 to $10,000 category, and here we've got a very clear winner. In this category, this is where you can start to shop the overhead units, ones that have cameras looking down down above. They're gonna be extremely accurate and they're gonna be feature filled. Again, a great option for both righties and lefties to play seamlessly. And there are a few options here in this category that look really good. Things like the Unicore IXO are in this price range, but my choice is going to be the Apogee from TrueGolf. Now, TrueGolf is the maker of E6. That is a great simulation software that's out on the market, and they've made it even better here this year with E6 Apex when they rolled out the Apogee. This unit is super accurate. Like the Unicore devices, you've got an overhead impact camera that I really love. I love the user interface, and what struck me when I first used this device was how instantaneous it is from when I hit a shot to when I start to see the simulation on screen. They've done an incredible job with both the software and the hardware of this device, and at $9,000, it's absolutely my pick under 10. Our last category today is going to be the big dog category between $10,000 and $20,000, and there is one huge standout for me in this category. It's going to be the Foresight GC Quad. It's the same launch monitor that I have right here in my studio, as well as using it out on course. I love the mobility, I love the form factor, and I love the accuracy. It's the most accurate device out on the market. It's been that way for years. It's the most trusted by touring professionals and golf coaches out there. It's going to give you the most accurate ball data as well as club data using its 4 onboard cameras, and it's going to give you some data points that none of these others will. It is a rock solid device and I highly recommend it. Right now, you can pick up one of these things for $15,999. It's not cheap, but if this is something you're in for the long haul and you want the best of the best, it's the GC Quad for sure. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've tried a lot of these for yourself. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my picks down below. I've done a lot of videos on choosing the best launch monitor for you, so I'm gonna leave a playlist right here that hopefully will help you explore further if you need that. As I mentioned, some amazing deals happening over at our partners, playbetter.com. Check them out. I'll leave some links below, and I'll catch you back here next time on another edition of Let's Play Through.